Welcome back, folks, to Sports Talk Season 3. This is Alex. I'm Felix.
I am a letter dog.
And we are ready and pumped up for this 2024 NFL football season. Right now, we know this is the second week of preseason, and we just want to talk about some of the players' performance who have played this week. And some of these guys look mid-season ready.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk about one quarterback that I am I think the Patriot quarterback this May. He's pretty good. He got this yard, and I guess he looked ready to open up. He is a football pick. How about you?
I think his performance looked pretty good. You can tell that he's a rookie.
Yeah.
But some of these guys are looking like they've been playing for some time, and they seem to be anxious, ready to kick off the season. And I'm excited because what I like to see is footwork when I watch quarterbacks play. And so far, he seemed to be looking as if he's been doing this for some time for the Patriots. And so I think he's going to fit in well with them.
Another one is Murray. I believe third backup quarterback. Partner McKinney. And McKinney played okay. He got yeah.
Well, look, he had 15 out of 19, which is really good because that means he only had 4 incomplete passes. Yeah. He threw 400 yards. He also looked like he was ready. So if responsibility came to him, he looked like he was ready to step up and actually jump right out there and play for the Eagles.
So that part of the defense for the Eagles.
Yeah, you guys had a nice pick in the end zone.
Yeah.
Would have loved to seen him return it for a pick 6. That's Maddox, number 29 for the Eagles. Obviously, he's been with you guys, so but that was just nicely done.
Yeah.
Paying attention to the quarterback, and then boom, get the interception.
So then we move on to the better. Taylor play awesome if we should and probably week 1. But he played awesome in for how unbelievable.
Yeah, he actually looked like not a rookie. He looks like somebody who's been playing for a while. And that's what I was referring to in our opening statements. Like, his footwork looked fantastic. He seemed to be very aware of where his plays were and getting the ball out in a timely manner. And that looks like how a veteran quarterback plays. And so it's going to be interesting to see. I think he's going to be exciting this year for the Bears. And so congratulations to the Bears for getting a good pick.
Yeah.
And hopefully he is a big contributing factor for you guys.
That's hard to do. He's not a rookie, but we're going to think of rookie.
Well, look, his second year, and there's no doubt that Strauss looked absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, they were playing against the Giants, but again, fully aware of the field, where his offensive players were, getting the ball out. I think this man will probably be MVP this year if he stays healthy. I think Houston is going to be a team to watch out for.
So, let's talk about the
New York Giants.
Oh,
yes. So, look, the Giants did have a pretty decent draft. But we all know, for anybody who's a football fan, just even if you're not a Giants fan, you're a football fan, everyone knows where the weakness is, and that's at the quarterback, which is basically the head coach on the field. And if you don't have a solid quarterback playing for your organization or your team ain't going anywhere. And not to take nothing away from Daniel Jones, because I'm not out there myself, and I'm not a professional athlete, but right now, it just doesn't look good for the Giants. And he had two picks and almost a third pick in that game. They let him play for some time.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got injured last year, and he's been away from football for some time. But even so, he's a 6-year vet now in the league, and so you just expect better.
Do you think it's time on?
I think the Giants should have moved on last year. That was telling when he got injured. Say what you want to say, but when I look at the NFL just over the last, let's say 6-7 years ago or whatever, right? You had a bunch of elite quarterbacks in NFL. You had Peyton Manning. This guy rarely ever had injury, and then when he did get injured, he came back. He played for a whole new team, played off the walls, won a Super Bowl. Tom Brady, obviously was the Patriots a long time, had one season where he got injured, won many Super Bowls there, but had a tremendous appetite for victory, right? You have Eli Manning, and although Eli won 2 Super Bowls for the New York Giants, this man never missed a game due to injury. The guy kept himself in the right conditions, healthy as much as he can, and had an appetite when he got in the playoffs to win championships. When you look at players, Drew Brees and them, these guys, they were elevated, and they had an appetite. And so when you're a guy like Daniel Jones, you just replaced a future Hall of Famer, right? You were number 1 pick for the New York Giants. Dude, you by now we should be seeing an elite quarterback. I don't see that. I'm pretty sure the Giants organization don't see that. I know the fans don't see it. But at this point in time, you have to invest in a quarterback. It's a must. You have to get it done. You overpaid this man. He definitely, I don't believe he was worth the money that they gave. And this is going to hurt them salary cap wise. I think this is going to hurt them this season. And God help them if he gets injured again. Because you don't even have somebody coming off the bench that could step right in and at least keep your season going. My idea of the draft should have been defense for the New York Giants for all 7 rounds. If I had picks in all 7 rounds, my defense would have kept me in the games. My offense, being I'm the head coach, but I used to be an offensive coordinator, I'll get my offense through. My defense will get the turnovers and get me in field position. I can win games this way. That's their draft should have been, right? But they tried to balance out, get some offensive players, get some defensive players. So this means this is going to be a project to rebuild this team and get this team to be somewhat competitive in the NFL. Not just in their own division, but in the NFL. So I feel for the Giants and I feel for Giants fans. But Jones is not the answer.
How about a bit that I call the
Well, look, he played well. I mean, there's no ifs, buts about it. I watched his footwork, his shoulders. He got the ball out. His throws were on point. And if you're not familiar who we're talking about Tyson. Tyson came out on the field. And he looked really well. And I think his numbers was he had 150 yards in that game, right, against the Bengals. And 2 touchdowns in that game. And again, it was like a plug and play. And and just keep in mind, this is like the Bears wasn't all that great a year ago, but this is how you build a team. This is how you keep your team in a situation where they can at least be competitive for a season. If the Giants are paying attention, and if the Bears want, give up a draft pick, whatever it takes. Maybe get him. Maybe pick up Tyson. This may save your season before your season even starts.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That ain't a good pick up.
So, and that's just us throwing it out there. Sorry, Bears. I know you guys want to keep your backup, but I'm just suggesting. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about the Chiefs. They played the Lions.
Yeah.
And
more play.
Yeah, he got out there. He was out there playing.
I the plot.
I'm not. I mean, look, Tom Brady played in every preseason, right? For all the years he was with New England, he at least played in a couple of those games so that he could be ready for the regular season. That also kept him from being injured, by the way. Eli played in preseason games. It kept him from being injured. Peyton Manning played in some preseason games, and it kept him from being injured. This is a message definitely towards one particular quarterback that got injured day one last year, beginning of their season, completely screwed their season in the franchise, and that's Aaron Rodgers. Get your ass out on the field, bro. Get some fucking reps going.
He got 1 week.
Excuse my language, folks, but get some reps going, and let's get something. Let's see some performance happening.
He got 1 week.
So
before week 1.
Yeah, you can't. That's just. I mean, as an athlete, even if you're, track and field, anyone who's an athlete that plays sports, they know you're warming up and being stretched and being ready to play is super important before you can just come out there, even if you are a superstar.
Yeah, more playing at the park. I thought he would wait until the week, but he would just power.
Yeah, he looked ready. He got it right out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you who also looked ready was that Detroit Lions defense.
Yeah.
They certainly look good.
Yeah. That's how about the Cowboys.
That Cowboy game against the Raiders, that was actually a pretty entertaining game. Cowboys look like they're ready. I like what Trey came out. He looked very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. He was in rhythm when he did have his snaps and got a chance to play. He looked good. That might be promising for the Cowboys and their fans. But you know what? They look good. They actually had some incidents where the Raiders capitalized on it. But they played well. 27-12 was that game. And
he can be fishing out of chemistry. That's good.
Yeah.
What do you think what you are? That again.
Yes, I mean, and again, not bad just to come out and get a couple of reps going and just execute. And the young man showed that he's ready. I have no doubt in my mind he's ready.
And he got one touchdown footage and one touchdown running.
Yes, which he did. He ran for a touchdown. And we all know he can use his legs if need be. But look good.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple. Good. Again, not that good, but he's okay. One touchdown, he could be 40 out of 30. Not bad for a preseason game, but if he is the back out, he got to play.
Yeah. When that time might be needed of him, but it's good to just come out there and see what he got.
But you need a guy for two Florida teams.
Yeah, 2 Florida teams.
Matt Jones play from a picture quarterback.
Yes.
Matt Jones for this play really good. 210 yards.
Well, look, he was a franchise quarterback, right? He got drafted. The guy came out. He played for a few seasons for the Patriots. This should be expected because you know what? At the end of the day, there might be an opening for him.
Yeah. 210 yards, 10 touchdowns. This is for completing. He got the bigger movement. The player is kind of shy. So, over nothing, not bad. Over 8.
Mayfield, you need to get out there.
And
Hate
one
saying, you need to get
touchdown.
out there, bro. Even if it is just a couple of series, you need to get out there. And all those quarterbacks that I mentioned, they all got Super Bowl victories underneath their belt. And these guys, obviously, they got paid quite a bit, but rightfully so. My suggestion is, you're on that roster, you need to be on the field.
Good for that game. The fact that a quarterback make more from from footing a quarterback at a couple of teams, but he from a couple of years ago. I bet a quarterback could be because what happened to the rookie he got her.
Yes.
That is.
It's part of the sport.
Yeah.
But you know something, he'll be back, and Minnesota. But for the time he was on the field, he looked good.
Yeah.
He also looked like a quarterback that's been playing for some time. So I think that was the right choice for Minnesota.
The one touchdown from the when he first at y'all and forget what he got on he completed so that completed and got good. So he got every good one touchdown and when he first at y'all that awesome.
Okay.
Oh boy. About your ball. I want they remove your partner because your partner is a bit up or physical, but right now they move your partner. That guy, he's not that good. He's not that good. He's supposed to shoot it like it. Why is it? Yeah, Funky is no touchdown, too big, horrible.
Right.
He because he might be cut.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up here, folks. And we thank you guys for tuning in to our preseason game week 2 video here with Sports Talk. Again, this is Alex, I'm Felix, and we look forward to a whole bunch of coverage for the 2024 season.
I can't believe it's football.
Yeah, I know we stayed up all late covering that first round of the draft. If you haven't seen our first round draft pick video, please tune in and watch it. It is long.
I know glad Paco I go think about before what that. About almost 4 hours. So it's what a fucking is. You can continue go or you count a lot.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
could be more comfortable. That's it. People
Yep. And we'll see you guys for our next video.